feels like the world is against you, like between like having no money, having no time. It just kind of feels like everything is rooting for you to not eat. Every time you think about telling someone about it, these fears kind of go in your head, kind of like no one's gonna believe you because anorexic girls are stick figures, and you know, then you go into the whole, you're huge, what are you talking about? And then you cry, and it's like this huge mess. So I was just kind of trapped in my own thoughts, and I never really wanted to talk to anybody about it. All 3 of my roommates separately last semester approached me about it. My roommates noticed that like I didn't really eat that much, but they thought it was just another typical girl that like, oh, I don't really get hungry, you know, it's a load of bullshit. Like, I can't eat, I feel miserable. Every time I try to eat, there's something in my head that tells me not to because I'll gain weight. My aunt came home from vacation and she looked at me and she was like, I need to talk to you. And I was like, okay, like, what's up? And she was like, you look really thin, like, you need to tell me what's going on. She was like, I'm not gonna force you to eat because I understand that's never gonna do any good for you and I want you to do better, so the one thing I am gonna force you into is seeing someone. I went to that doctor's appointment. At the end of it, she looked at me and she's like, all right, I'm sending you to the hospital right now because your health is in immense danger, so sorry. So I didn't really grasp what was happening. The program was refeeding and medical stabilization. So I thought they were gonna force feed me some stuff, tell me not to do this ever again, and then send me on my way. I wasn't allowed to walk. I had to stay in bed the whole time. I couldn't talk to other patients. It got really awkward because after you eat, you weren't allowed to be alone. I had to go to the shower room with someone, and I didn't cry the whole time I was there. It's just numb. I was just a wall. It was just like, I need to get out. So I think the only day that was arguably worse than my second day in the hospital was my first day out. And I went to try on clothes and I looked in the mirror and I just cried because I was like, why did I tell anyone? Like, I was skinny before, what did I do to myself now? Like, I look disgusting and now I'm gonna have to work so hard to like get all of this off again. And I freaked out and I like took it off and just went in my car. I cried for like an hour and then I just couldn't move. And my uncle saw me. He's like, hey, like I missed you, and gave me this hug. And I just sobbed. And he was like, what? And I was like, I need to go back. He was like, what do you mean? Like, you need to go back? I was like, I'm not ready. Like, I already want to relapse. I've been out for 4 hours. I don't know what to do. Like, what if I relapse? What if I have to go to residential? Like, what if I just ruined my life? And he was like, hey, it's okay. Like, it's your first day, you know? Like, we're gonna take this day by day. Like, you're gonna be okay. It got easier after that. I kind of started feeling myself like get my life back. Like, the main motivation for me is that I told my family that if they trusted me with this one shot to not do residential, to not do outpatient, that if I relapse, they'll send me back. So like, I have to hold myself so responsible. It's like putting an alcoholic as a bartender, you know? Like just having all of this in front of you and having to like be mature, be responsible, like have a healthy mind and just force yourself not to relapse. And I think I still have some ways to go because I don't have the best coping mechanisms. I think once I get out of those unhealthy coping mechanisms, I'll be okay. But I am really proud of how much progress I've made by myself over 4 months. But I mean, it's always going to be a battle. I'm always going to have to be wary of things.